Hello everyone and welcome to the channel and another video. This one has been long overdue actually, and I do apologise to the developer Sam who gave me this about a month or so ago and I just haven't had time to show you it. But this is SIM-EFB, which stands of course for Electronic Flight Bag. Now something I've really missed since X-Plane 11 came out with the AviTab feature. And when you're in VR, guys, and actually this also applies to people who don't use VR, in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's absolutely impossible right now to bring in information in the form of windows. You know, perhaps you need sectional charts and you need your flight plan information, frequencies, the whole thing. Well, this incredible and nifty software brings in not only a moving map, but it also brings in things like, you know, you can actually add notes. Basically, you can add frequencies, charts, as I said before. You can create aerial photographs. We're going to do that today on a very simple little trip from where we're going. We're going from Kidlington, Oxford, beautiful Pilot Plus airfield, which, by the way, there is currently, at the time of this recording, an exclusive giveaway on the channel. I'll put a link in the description below of that video if you're interested in getting a free copy of that incredible airport. But we're going to go from there to Duxford in the beautiful Stearman in VR. But we're going to create our own flight plan. Now, I've actually done this already and created it, but I'm going to show you how I did that. This is the software here, and there's so much to this. I can't possibly show you all of it in this one video. But basically, this creates fantastic either moving maps or additional information that you can move all around the cockpit in VR, which is something we've desperately needed for such a long time. So with that being said, I'm now going to show you a few nifty things that I absolutely love about this particular program. And I'm going to be using this, guys, for all of my flights now. So in many videos to come, when I get comments saying, how did you get that VR window and all that information up? This is what I'm using, SIM-EFB. It really is incredible, and it's being improved on all the time as well, which I love. So, how did I get this incredible aerial image of Kidlington, which I have now basically, I can put that in the sim as a window. Pretty amazing. Well, all you do, first of all, actually, let's go back to, well, in fact, yeah, what I'll do is I'll load the flight plan because it's in here somewhere. Where is it? There we go. So that's what we're going to be, a very simple plan. We're going to head out of Kidlington in the Stearman, and we're going to head to this VOR here, BKY, before heading into Duxford, a place I absolutely adore, and hopefully I'll be back there again at some point in the near future. So what we've done is we've actually basically imported that into this electronic flight bag, and there it is here, and I've saved it. And what I can do now is search for various information that's in its own database, which you can grab off the internet. So, for instance, let's say I haven't done that, okay, so ignore that. We'll do that again. Let's say you want an aerial view of Kidlington. We'll just click search where we've got the departure airport here, and it will open up. There we go there. It'll open up, as you can see here, Bing. And we can then zoom in to our airport, which looks exactly the same as the Pilot Plus rendition. Pretty damn amazing. And once we're happy, let's have a look here. We'll just go a bit further in. Can we go a bit further in? A bit tricky. No, we'll use that there. We'll go back to the EFB and we'll click the grab icon. And look at this. This is absolutely genius. We've wanted this in VR for such a long time. I'm now going to draw around the airfield. That will do nicely. And then click enter. And then we can decide what we want to call it. But I think, yeah, aerial will be fine for this. And there it is. That is now part of our window. So you can also do that for, of course, the arrival. And I've done it here to save time. Also, you can have a moving map display. Now, I've used Sky Vector for this particular flight, which I've now lost it, which is annoying, but never mind. It's on there, okay? And all you need to do is the same thing as before. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's just do it now, just so I can show you. Sky Vector, by the way, is a superb piece of software, and it's totally free. Oh, it's remembered it. Brilliant. So here is my little plan here, which corresponds with the flight plan that we're going to do in the sim. And all I've done is the same thing. I've clicked grab. Well, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll overwrite it just to show you guys. Here we go. And we're going to make this a moving map display. Very cool stuff. So I'm happy with that. We'll click enter. And then once we've done that, we're going to define it as a moving map. So we'll go into here. We need to set 2 points so it knows sort of where each end is, I guess. So we'll just click set. And we can define, so we'll go for Echo Golf Tango Kilo. And we'll just mark that there. That's our starting point. And our end point will be Echo Golf Sierra Uniform, which of course is Duxford. So we'll just, in fact, we can zoom in a bit here just to be a little bit more. There we go. And that is it. Click finish. That is now a moving map. It's quite simple, but it's also quite in-depth as well. It took me a while to get my head around it, and this is just very simple stuff, guys. There's a lot more to this, and as I say, I do think that Mark from the Sim Hangar has done a better video than this, showcasing it. Please feel free to check that video out in the description below as well. So, we're now all ready to embark on our little flight. We're going to jump in the Reverb G2. And we're going to, I'm going to show, this is where all the magic happens, really. We'll jump in the Stearman, and we'll have all of those 3 windows available to us. In fact, you know what? I've just decided I want another window. One that I would like as well, actually, as a possible window, is the information. In fact, it does give you that anyway, but we have here, we'll go for information again. I love how it gives you all of the information from its database. There we go. I kind of want to have that as well as a possible sort of other option if we need it. So we're going to grab that information as well. I just love this. There we go. And we'll just put that in as frequency information for short. There we go. So we've got our frequency information, we've got our aerial, and we have... In fact, we've got 2 there because obviously I've just shown you that, but ignore that. And then we've got our flight plan, which is a moving map display. I mean, you can do all sorts of things, guys, with this and add all of the windows that you so desire. But that's what we'll do for this particular flight. We're now going to go flying, and the next time you see me, we'll be in the sim in VR. I'll see you there. So welcome, we are now in VR in the HP Reverb G2. We're in the DC Designs Stearman at Pilot Plus. Wow, Oxford, it looks gorgeous. But anyway, let's get the these EFB tablets up. You can see here we've got 3 options here on the toolbar. That's the first one. Now, that is our information about our flight plan and sort of the navigational information we need. It gives us sort of all manner of information. You can see there, comms, which is something that I really love, actually. The amount of times I've been going into an airfield and then needed to get the ILS frequency. You have that with this incredible add-on now, which is super, super useful. For the second screen, I think we'll have our moving map display. So let's have a look. There we are now. That's it. Look at that. That's fantastic. So we'll just get a line there. This is ingenious. An absolute must-have for any VR aviator. And then for our third map, we're going to have just the world map, which is very useful. And I love the world map because it gives you all sorts of information there. Right, with that being said then, I think it's time to find an active runway and get cracking. Helps if I take the parking brake off. And I'll see you at the end of the runway. This airport, absolutely beautiful. I love the weathered feel of it as well. So yeah, I'm no longer restricted in VR to the information that's only available in that god-awful default VFR map, which is so simplistic. It's just horrible, to be honest. All the information we need is down here, and very, very useful indeed. Okay, nav lights coming on. I should have put them on before. Strobe lights are on. T's and P's are all good. I think we're ready to take off. Here we go. Time for the rudder dance. And we're airborne. What a feeling in VR. It's the only way to do it. I cannot understand anyone who is still flying on a monitor right now. Especially as VR is so accessible and cheap now. The Quest 2 is like, I know it's, you know, £300 is still a lot of money, but for what you are experiencing, oh, it's just absolutely sublime. Anyway, back to our EFB. So you can see here, that's our moving map, which is remarkable how well that works. As I say, it reminds me of Avitab for X-Plane. And we're going to get on our course here. That's our actual sort of world moving map, which gives us information down to street level, which again is something that is really useful for when you're touring a VFR. And we've got all of the information we need on this side here, including the comms, navigation information. It's all there. And what I'm doing is a pretty simple way of using it. As you can imagine, if you're an airline pilot, this is absolutely essential. Now this is live weather at the moment, so we've got a bit of cloud cover. It's not too bad here. Reverb G2 in motion reprojection mode. Everything's smooth. Everything is right with the world. Okay guys, so what I'll do now, I think I'll join you as we approach our VOR and leave you with a few nice shots of the flight. See you soon guys. This add-on is absolutely fantastic. Sam, if you're listening, I do apologise. I really should have shown this off sooner. It's a game changer. I love it. It's brilliant. You're a very clever man, be able to get all this working in this sim. It's a VR sort of aviator's dream come true, coming from the likes of X-Plane, where we're so used to having all sorts of windows in the sim. And as I say, he's updating this constantly as well. So by the time this goes out, no doubt he's probably even added some more cool features to it. Yeah, this is really, really cool. I am definitely using this now all of the time. And I just know that I'm going to get tons of comments in future videos asking me about this add-on. And I'll gladly reply to all of them because the word needs to get out as much as possible. This is an absolute genius little piece of software. Well, it's not little, it's absolutely feature rich. What I've shown today is just scratching the surface of what this add-on can do. Do you know what? In this open cockpit right now in the Reverb G2, it's absolutely wonderful. It's such a relaxing experience. So smooth, I'm getting incredibly smooth frames. Motion reprojection mode on. The ground is moving by so fluid and silky. What a great place to be. Anyways, we look at our moving map display here and can see all of the areas we need to keep clear of. We're getting closer to Bravo Kilo Yankee, which will be our turning point. It even tells you where to go. 023, 7 nautical miles, which will be sort of a northerly heading. We're getting very close now and into Duxford. And I think once we arrive at Duxford, we'll do a little bit of a loop to celebrate. Yeah, why not? It's got to be done. I think you'll agree. So here we are just about to pass over the notorious M1. Oh, I hate that road so much. It's not looking as busy as it normally is, I'll tell you that. But looking spectacular. I love the ortho imagery in this sim as well. Very, very clear. And actually over there, that is Horton. Probably pronounced that incorrectly. It's funny, even though I'm from the UK, there's so many weird towns and villages all over the place that it's great having this little moving map display. And of course, it's essential for when you're touring as well. Just look at this. Stunning. That must be the M11, I think. No, it isn't. It's the A5A5. It actually makes you quite humble having a moving map, because your dead reckoning skills, you realise they're not quite as good as you thought. Oh, this is wonderful. And the weather is behaving itself. So what I'm going to do now, slightly off course here, but we're going to head to Bravo Kilo Yankee. And since we're getting near to Duxford, I'm going to move and change this window here to our aerial view of Duxford. You see there, it's I like how you don't have to mess around with the resolution scale as well, like you had to do in Avitab. It just does it all for you. And that, if you know, I'm unfamiliar with the airfield, in this case I'm very familiar with Duxford, I can get an idea of what to look out for. Fantastic. And you can see here our comm frequency is, let's have a look here, 122.075. And we'll announce a full stop landing.
Tower VR 1984, Victor Rodeo 198.411 miles southwest, 3,000 feet to land. VR 1984, Victor Rodeo 198.4 tower. Altimeter 29er.003 with Helium 6 at 9er. Flight 3 in runway 06 right.
06 right, roger that. So I'm going to now look down here. And that is the runway we're going to be coming in on. There's a little shower over there, and if we look over here, there's a few heavy showers to the north of Duxford. Oh my god, I love this sim so much. And with add-ons like this now, it's just getting better and better all the time. Now I'm using a freeware scenery for Duxford. If you're interested, I will put a link in the description below. If I do forget, please remind me, because I often forget these things. But we're a nice height at the moment, actually, so we're going to use a bit of that height to gain a bit of speed. And we're going to do a bit of a loop over Duxford to announce our arrival. So I think really at this point, we don't really need these anymore, so I'm just going to get rid of these windows. But I have to say, I absolutely love this add-on. And Now that I've used it for a couple of weeks, really, it's just something I will always use. I cannot be without it. And when add-ons have that grasp on you, you know that they're truly worth it. Especially for those of you, which I'm sure are watching this, who are into virtual reality. But I also think this is very useful for people who are flying on a monitor and you don't want to keep like switching windows and things. It just makes the whole thing a bit more immersive. Here we go then, building speed. Arriving at Duxford in style. Now if you're wondering, I'm also using the Authenticate Spade Grip, which is a 3D printed design. I've mentioned it on the channel many times. I'll put a little bit of footage in one of the corners now, showing that off. Makes flying like this with a stick absolutely so much easier and more realistic because you've got infinite control. Over the top. Whoa, that was a bit of an aggressive loop there. And we have made it. Fantastic. And that is the M11 there. We'll make a bit of a downwind here. And we'll land. We're getting a little bit low on fuel actually. That is the famous museum. Oh, I've been in there once actually. It's incredible. Is that the museum or is it over that side there? Where they've got like World War II aircraft, like I think a B-17 or something, suspended from the ceiling. I know if you've, when you were a kid, you know, you had like Airfix models suspended in on your bedroom, you know, ceiling, which I know I did. It's like that, but with real aircraft. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, here we go. Start descending now and reducing the power. Now there is a grass runway at Duxford as well, but we'll just go for the concrete one. And we are a little bit fast here. See if we can scrub up a bit of that speed with a side slip. Plenty of runway though for this. Beautiful Stearman by DC Designs. Which I'll also put in the link in the description below. Coming down fast here. Oh, nice little squeak there. And the rudder dance. Whoa. There we go. Tail was still airborne there. So thank you so much, guys. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Will do. But I'm just going to literally go off here for the sake of time. Welcome to Duxford. Will do. So guys, I'm going to sign off now. Oh, hello there. We won't use you. We'll go over here. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty easy add-on actually to recommend. It is essential. It's one of those things that once you've tried it, once you start to get used to all that information that we all need in VR, it's something you just use all the time. Congratulations to Sam for an absolutely fantastic add-on. I'll put all the links you need in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye for now.